So here's something you might not know about me. I was raised in church. Damn, is it that surprising? I guess it would be considering some of the stuff I talk about. Anyway, like I said, I was raised in church, and every Sunday I went to church, I would always fall asleep. No, I don't fall asleep anymore, so don't ask me that question. But when I was falling asleep during church, there was always one part of the service that would wake me up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The sermon. For some reason, every preacher would always get to that part of the sermon where they hoop and holler. I mean, I get it, you gotta get the crowd into it. But for me, it was always hilarious to watch. And the reason why is because every time they got to that part in the sermon when it's time to hoop, I would always imagine this happening. And Moses came down from the mountaintop. He had 2 tablets in his hand. One had 5 commandments. The other had the other 5 commandments. And God said to give them to my people. And the people received the commandments. And God then instructed him to... If I'm going to hell, you coming with me. Because you was laughing too.
Report live, Compton, California, North Kakalaki. Now everybody just bow to the greatness or die in the matrix. You're hereby dating, my destiny's waiting. My itinerary is very hectic. I break records on every record, I'm truly reckless. Kendrick Lamar, no heart of on my wrist. Just arthritis from holding it down.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So first off, let me thank you guys for being patient, letting me take a week off. If you follow me on Facebook, what's up, nosy people? Because I know you read my conversations with other people. Then you know this week is going to be a big episode. In fact, it's going to take up 3 episodes. For those of you who follow me since day 1, you know I started this channel to promote my group, the Lost Dialect Tribe. In the next 3 episodes, you're going to get the story of Lost Dialect, how we got our names, how we started, and the trials and tribulations along the way. We felt like we had to share this story, simply because media history would dictate that you get more involved with somebody's music if you know a little bit about them. Please know that this story is far from over. In fact, us telling this story is only the beginning. For those of you that are already fans of Lost Dialect, I encourage you to share this story with anybody that you know, and not just the hip-hop heads. So please sit back and relax as I welcome you to the Lost Dialect Tribe, a true Inglewood story.
You are watching, and I messed that up.
The Inglewood true story.
Damn, I just said it.
You are watching. What up? My name's Jay Quest.
What's going on? It's your man's Mr. Act Right.
Broadcasting live from somewhere, this your man's Mr. Red. You are watching Lost Dialect.
Lost Dialect.
Lost Dialect.
A true Inglewood story.
Dear they.
I got my name from Miss Evans. We used to go to church a lot on Sundays. There was a lot going on Saturday night that made a nigga want to go to church on Sunday. We would carpool to church, as it were. And one of the ladies in the carpool happened to be a member of the choir by the name of Miss Evans. And Miss Evans, how can I put this, is a cantankerous old woman. She happened to call me with the nickname of Dirty Red. So for a long time, I went by Dirty Red. After I reached a certain point, it was kind of like, all right, I felt like I outgrew the dirty part. You know, I'm an adult now, and I do shower daily, and I didn't want to give people that, you know, impression on me, like, oh, that nigga probably stinks. So I changed it from Dirty Red to just Mr. Red. I spelled it out, M-I-S-T-A-H. But you know, that's kind of how everybody in the hood pronounces it. You don't say Mr. Red. You know, it's more along the lines of, oh, it's Mr. with H. So, yeah, go figure.
I got my name from a New Year's party I was at a couple years back before I actually started rapping. My boy Cowboy Mike, we were all drinking. Well, they were drinking, and they were trying to convince me to drink, and they were smoking as well, and they were trying to convince me to do that too. I was like, nah. And they kept trying to convince me, kept trying to do it. And I just kept saying no. So Cowboy, you know, him being drunk and also high at the time, he was like, I'm gonna start calling you Johnny Quest, because, you know, you use a square just like him. And from then on, like, they would just start calling me Quest most of the time. And I changed it to just J Quest, just J period Quest, and I changed the Quest spelling to Q-W-E-S-T. I had to create another meaning for it, so I came up with Journey's Question. It's another, I guess, metaphoric way of saying the answer.
I got my name while I was in Ohio. I was at this spot called Chins and Elbows. It was a hip-hop club. Or at least on Monday nights, it was a hip-hop club. And we did a lot of freestyles and a lot of battles and a lot of showcases. On one night, I was outside and there was a freestyle cypher going on. But my man B. Jones was in it. The cypher guys passed off to me, so I started rapping, freestyling. And one of the guys in the circle was like, that dude was acting right. Every time I came back to that club, Chins and Elbows, it just stuck. Everybody kept calling me act right, act right, act right. Also, with that, my mom, I was kind of a cut up. I was a nut. I was crazy. I still am crazy in a lot of ways. But she would always put me aside, like, you better act right. She would always tell me, you better act right. So, yeah, 2 reasons why I got the name Act Right. What we do as a group, we find each other's weaknesses. And as a group, we will build on that and strengthen it and make it stronger.
So working as a team is a real special moment because we all get it together and make it a team effort and we come up with that classic.
Everybody has their lane that they play individually on the solo set. You know, like I got mine and I know what I cater to. Quest has got his audience, he caters to. Axe got his audience, he know what he's catering to.
Working with Act Right, when we're in the mode, we're in the mode.
Motherfucking task, man, is a blessing and a curse. Because he and I always have completely different opinions on certain matters, on most matters for that.
He engineers too, so you know he's doing his mixing thing. When I'm working with him, he lets you know what's wrong or what sounds wrong or what sounds right or what would potentially sound good.
You know, it's nice to have an opposite part of the team that'll be able to, you know, poetically say damn near the exact same thing I'm saying, but just in more of like I don't want to say, yeah, I guess just more and more of a creative fashion.
Working with Mr. Red, he is a hostile individual. He is the person that you don't want to see in the back of an alley.
He is very helpful. He'll tell me, like, say if my tonality is wrong or not right for that particular track, I'll try something new.
We bounce ideas off of each other on some Red Man, Method Man type stuff. We've been doing this together for so long that it's almost natural to work with him.
But then he'll also play a bunch of jokes and sometimes it might get overbearing.
We have that kind of dynamic going on, so it's definitely a yin and yang type of thing.
Jay Quest, on the other hand, is a fucking pervert and feels the need to whip his penis out at any given moment.
Leave your dick in your pants. Nobody cares about your small penis. It is a short segment in this video. Quest is my roommate, so over the years, we've developed a sense of brotherhood.
Whatever the fuck you wanted from him, like on a track, that nigga's giving you that, and then a little bit more. You could say some shit to Jay, like, alright, so I got an idea for a track where in the middle of the shit during the show, we gonna tar and feather the fucking audience. And this nigga will be like, alright man, I know where to get some fucking chickens, and we can get these feathers popping. And the homie down the block, you know what I'm saying, his dad does roofing gigs, so I got the tar on lock already. He's like, Jay, I was fucking playing. Nigga, like, oh, I thought you were serious.
He is a descriptive overthinker. If you didn't know this word could describe this word, he'll probably let you know that pink can describe black in some kind of way. I didn't know how it worked, but it works for Quest.
Obviously, he's a drummer, so Quest is real good about actual like structuring tracks and figuring out ideas and fine-tuning stuff. Quest brings the youthful vibe to the mix.
The feeling of O&T, it was definitely something different.
So I was like, look, I'm just, wherever y'all go with, I'm with it. Let's just do it. Let's just make something happen.
And then as we started fine-tuning everything, you know, we started getting headlining spots. And we were killing shit.
As we're about to record, he comes in and says, y'all got my verse ready.
Tells me, like, no. And I'm like, what do you mean, no? One, I'm a grown man. And I'm a part of this group. How am I not going to be on the track?